Welcome back to Scouse Farm. Got a little unexpected garden tour for you now. I've just been on Gumtree to look for I always just check for gardening tools that are near where I am at the time, and a big old school garden scarifier rake, like a Spring Rake, was up for sale for a measly £5, and this is the chap's house. Look at this. Even though it's October now and we're into obviously autumn, we've got a gorgeous little landscaped front garden, and the fella in question used to be a landscape gardener before he packed in that job. But I'm just going to take you around and show you what can be done if you don't even want to have like an actual lawn. So your landscape, which is easy, low maintenance, and look at these gorgeous Indian stone flags. I'll try and get my shadow out of it, but for some bizarre reason we've got the sun out today, which is lovely. Must have known I was having 2 weeks off work because the sun's come out. But you just look at all of these still good flowering plants in the borders there. So if you want to do hard landscaping, then you just put some gravel down, or like in mine, as you've seen, I've got blue slate, and then you can still have gorgeous flower borders. And if you don't like the plant that grows there, you just replace it. Very, very easy. When you've got a lawn down, it's a bit difficult because the lawn is always there unless you physically dig it up. And the spot we are is a bit elevated. I'll just show you now. It's quite a good view into the distance. Got the railway there that runs this way into Huyton and Liverpool, and that way off towards Manchester. With this being elevated, it just feels like you're in more of a country setting. Even the clouds don't look too bad today. A few unnatural ones in there, but such is life. And on this side, for those who've been following the architectural interest of the channel, a lot of the old railway bridges, I'm not sure if you can see with the sun's reflection, but these are sandstone and capped at the top with sandstone as well. So they're beautiful old railway sidings. But being next to a main road, as you'll see now when I pan it round, sometimes cars veer off the road and go smashing into the wall. And unfortunately, when they repair it with just natural modern bricks, which isn't the best. But those skills of building sandstone walls are just, unless you're a farmer, they're disappearing, like many of the former building skills that have now long since passed. And more of the flowers there at the front, even though we're in October. We've still got some gorgeous colour and interest. Let me pan you around to the more colourful section. And as mentioned, we've got the artificial grass. So the gentleman has removed the actual lawn and placed this no maintenance or low maintenance artificial grass down. And I think in certain areas, like in this garden setting, it looks fantastic, and in other areas it looks terrible. But you can tell he loves his garden, well maintained. It's a nice little surprise for me, so I asked his permission. Obviously I'm not just roaming around in his front garden like a weirdo. Let's have a look at this. Still's got some flower buds there. And I'm not too clued up on a lot of the way of planting. I just put stuff in, and if it looks all right, I'll leave it. I don't really plant much in my garden. Well, not really much at all, other than growing food. So it's nice to see someone who knows what they're doing and have thought about where to place plants, because there are, you know, when you place it, you want to differentiate the colors as well. So if you've got like bold yellows in this case, then you want to use a different color, like a contrast close to it, so you've not just got the same color all the way across. So have a little think about that if you're planning your gardens. Make sure the colors are different, and the heights as well. You want different heights, larger ones to the back, smaller ones to the front. As you can see here with these gorgeous little grassy type things. That's the scientific name for it. It's a grassy type thing with a purple spike, and they look like marigolds of some description. And then we've got some, I think they're Penstemon or something like that, I might be wrong, but they're ready and whitey things. And then another thing I do like is that when you've got a load of soil, you can make it like a hill and then place rocks, sandstone there, a few rocks and sandstones there. So if you've got extra soil from digging out a foundation to build an extension or something, you don't want to pay to get rid of it, and you have a spot, then just pile it up and then make it like a relief feature. So you'll see, you should be able to see that it runs up, so it gives another level of interest, more like a 3D setting. And I love seeing that because it's good use of the soil and the garden, and it adds a different dimension when you're looking around to plant things. So it's more like a rockery, like in a mountainous area. And again, look at those gorgeous sandstone flags. The ones in mine used to look like that, but they turn to the same mushy colour because of the amount of moss and shade I get at the back of the house when the trees were there. So I might have to replace them at some point. And let's see the star of the show. Look at that. That's an old school Scarifier Spring Rake, and it's extra long so it doesn't hurt your back, you're not bending down, and it's super heavy. Because the one I've got was basically like a rich tea biscuit. I used it for about a day and then it just snapped in the middle, and it's like a modern aluminium construction, and you can just hold it with one finger. It's that light. This thing here is quite heavy because it's like solid metal, and for £5 that's just ridiculous value. So I'm not going to let a bargain like that slip me by. So there's my new rake. Right, well, I'm going to get back to tending to the garden. So thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up and like the video to get it to a wider audience, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more videos like this and some other videos about interesting buildings in Liverpool City. Have yourselves a great day in Scouse Farm. See you all again soon.